Thanks for being here. Glad to have you with me. It is Tuesday. It is the very first day of September, and it's going to feel a little more like September, as we've been talking about for days, with an approaching cold front that's going to put us down just a tick or two below 80 for a brief period of time, and then we'll slowly climb back up. But nevertheless, we've got some cooler air and some showers and storms to talk about as well in regards to your updated forecast, and it, of course, has been updated just since I saw you last, but every hour, almost on the hour. I'll get to that in just a few seconds. We'll talk about largely tonight our school system virtual classes to begin next week in McGoffin County. A lot of that to be covered, of course, this week in the Sagersville Independent. I'll be covering some of that tonight and probably each and every night to try to get as much of it in as possible. Tonight we'll focus on Head Start, which actually doesn't start until about a week later. But there are a lot of Head Start slots or positions open, and teachers are going a long way to let everyone know that and to know how they are going to be doing Head Start virtually this year. And I'll let them tell you about it in just a few seconds, and a host of other news and information. Let's go ahead and begin with our COVID update in the local and in the state area as well. We'll begin with the region where Martin County Schools, per a letter by Superintendent Larry James, it was made available to all school and staff and parents and students as well, says they have an employee who has tested positive for the coronavirus, and as such, James says they are following the recommendations from the health department, and school officials are urging anyone who visited three different locations, Warfield Elementary, Inez Elementary, and Eden Elementary, last Tuesday, Wednesday, or Thursday to monitor for possible COVID-19 symptoms, expressing that the risk of exposure is indeed low, but a school employee nonetheless testing positive there. Well, so, you almost don't want to report it because if you've got a superstitious bone in your body, you don't want to jinx it, so to speak, but that's the job. Today, at this hour at least, makes the fourth day in a row that McGoffin County has not had a positive case of the coronavirus. There was none reported Saturday, Sunday, yesterday, or today, according to our Public Health Director, Pete Shepard, who I just got off the phone with a few moments ago. And I've yet to confirm, but Johnson County did not report a case that I'm aware of yesterday. Their last that I know of was a confirmed case reported on Sunday in a 32-year-old symptomatic male, and that left them at 125 confirmed cases, 26 of which were still active, and of course Johnson County with one confirmed coronavirus death just a few weeks ago that I mentioned sometime earlier. So I'll have that confirmed tomorrow, but as of yesterday and as of airtime, no confirmed cases since Sunday in Johnson County. I hope they are as well are following that trend that we hope we are all starting to see. That's not the case for the state. However, when we look at statewide numbers, and I'll have to share those with you in just a few moments. But the Kentucky Department of Public Health, before I get to our state numbers, says they are developing a website that will allow Kentucky's schools to self-report coronavirus cases to their communities. Through this website, schools will be asked to enter the number of newly reported student and staff positive cases and the number of students and staff who are quarantined due to the virus and those cases. And they'll be entering that information and data to the website daily. The cases entered by the school will not be confirmed positive cases, rather cases that have been reported to the school. Local health departments will work to validate the cases and provide an accurate number of confirmed positive COVID-19 cases. In making sure that parents, that faculty, administrators, staff, and the community had a much better understanding of what was happening for them locally. The website has been completed. It's not yet public and up and running until guidance surrounding the reporting process is ready to be shared. As of August the 31st, just a day or so ago, we of course have had a major change in the Healthy at School reopening guidance. This comes from a national level, the governor as well sharing it on a state level today. That document says that cloth face coverings will be required for all students and staff at all times while in buildings, on school buses, unless there is a medical waiver. Students and staff should only lower their mask while actively eating or drinking the entire time they're at school. They also say that masks for kindergartners and preschoolers will be a local decision. Local school districts will be allowed to make the decision if kindergartners and preschoolers will wear them. However, health officials on the federal and state level do remind us that the CDC says that masks are safe for anyone over 2 years of age. The previous guidance in regards to schools said that masks didn't have to be worn if students and staff were 6 feet apart, which also included classrooms. Now, guidance changing that dramatically, saying that essentially masks are to be worn at all times except for eating and drinking. We'll have information from our local schools in just a few moments. Right now, state numbers from the governor today, well, they were not good. In essence, they were higher. Nearly everything was higher except for the state's positivity rate, which has continued to go down very slowly.
Today's report is one of the higher Tuesdays that we've had. 807 new positive cases of COVID-19. 150 of those are kids 18 and under, and of those 55 are just 17 and 18 years old. So again, a growing concern, a larger portion. It seems like every week of the total are 18 and under. We think that's two things. Our younger Kentuckians are getting out more. We're doing more, and then they're getting tested more. But the disease, the virus is certainly spreading more in and through our kids. This number brings our total case number after removing 18 duplicates from yesterday's is 49,185 cases since March the 6th. Our positivity rate still under 5%, so that's a good thing. It's 4.4%. We'd like to see that to continue coming down. It says we've got a lot of cases out there, which we want less. We also have a lot of testing out there, which means we're finding more, and that is a good thing. So we can try to prevent the spread, especially from those asymptomatic folks.
And speaking of good things, the governor prefaced his update today with announcements that he is planning on making tomorrow in regards to what he called exciting Eastern Kentucky projects to help stimulate our economy and bring jobs to the area. No other details were given. We'll all have to wait and see, hoping for the best and most of good news. But again, the positivity rate down to 4.4% instead of around 6 or a little more where it was at its peak. But one of the highest Tuesdays on record, a large number of our kids 18 and under being among those positive cases, and of course 15 new deaths, one as young as a 55-year-old woman from Grayson. I'll be right back. Car accidents don't stop. Accidents at work don't stop. Disability and SSI cases don't stop. Your legal needs and concerns don't stop for the coronavirus, and neither does McFarland and Tinker. They are open, able to schedule appointments per CDC guidelines, and always available for telephone and video conferences. Please, be safe, be smart, stay home, and don't let your legal needs fall victim to the pandemic. Call McFarland and Tinker and let them take care of them for you. It's hard to describe the t-shirt lines and looks in right now at the seasonal shop, but I'm going to try. Two of them are made right here in KY, Ridge and Holler, because, in Kentucky, you're always in one or the other, and both are always beautiful. Just check these designs out. The other is Yonder, and it's made in Pikeville, and it's just as cool and creative and all Kentucky. Definitely something there to appeal to everyone. And the ever-popular Turn Row brand, also at the seasonal shop for all fans of anything farming. And you can come into the shop and experience the magic of perfectly chilled drinks. For regular and slim cans, regular or even wine bottles, cups, and more. It's the Cadillac of koozies by Brewmate. All colors and styles in stock right now at Fraser's Prater Drugs seasonal shop. Connolly Tire in Staffordsville is now a proud partner of Rough Country for all of your suspension and lift kit applications. And you can always go to ConnollyTire.net to get the latest offers. Like right now, $100 when you buy a set of Mickey Thompsons, $100 on a set of Continentals, and many, many more summer deals, including $35 computer diagnostics. That's Connolly Tire in Staffordsville, 297-2424. I've got some school information to pass along to you tonight. We'll begin on the Head Start level, where I got this video sent to me late yesterday evening asking me to share it with you. Of course, I would love to. It's in an effort to let everyone know how Head Start is going to work virtually here in the Magoffin County School District. I have a couple of staff members who can tell you much more about that in a much better way than I. And they also tell me that tomorrow will be the first of 2 days of open house for all Head Start classes in Magoffin County. And with all the changes that are being made, parents, that's a place that you'll want to try to be.
Hi everyone, I'm Miss Amber.
And I'm Miss Lakin.
And there is no reason at all for you to make a special trip to Target or anywhere else to get school supplies because why, Miss Lakin?
Because we already have all the goodies for you.
We have all these backpacks made up of all the school supplies and everything just for our little Head Starters.
That's right.
So, get those kids signed up. It may be virtual, but guess what? We're still going to make learning as fun as possible. What I mean by virtual classrooms is each of us, out of all the Head Start classrooms, will be making our own Google Classrooms. Right, Miss Lakin?
That's right. And we will be going live 4 times a day. Circle time, story time, music time, and jam time.
And during this time, you all get to watch us live. But the times that you don't get to watch us live, you can enter our Google Classroom and you can watch little YouTube videos that we usually use in the classroom. And you can watch other activities that'll be both learning and fun.
Yeah, and also you will be able to see all of our classrooms that are personalized. Like my theme in my classroom is Mickey and Minnie Mouse. And Miss Amber's theme is
nothing else but dogs, pets, of course. And we're going to make it super exciting. So, come and sign your kids up for Head Start. You won't regret it, right?
That's right. We can't wait to see you.
That's 7 classrooms in our 3 elementary schools, and they have really put a lot of effort and forethought and time into getting your kids a head start. As you heard them say, they're going to be live on 4 different domains for 1 hour each day. That's 4 days a week in their Google Classrooms. This is interactive, and you can find out more about their Google Classrooms and everything else at your child's respective Head Start open house. Open house starts tomorrow at South Magoffin Elementary. That's noon tomorrow till 6. It's outside. Even if it's raining, they've got you covered, literally. So anytime between noon and 6 that you can get there, you will be taken care of and find out everything you need to know about getting your kid a head start. So that's tomorrow, noon till 6 at South Magoffin Elementary, and North Magoffin and Sagersville Grade School open house at Head Start, both on Thursday. 1 till 6 for North Magoffin Elementary and noon to 6 for Sagersville Grade School. They hope to see you there. And they want to remind you, even if you can't be there, that they are always taking applications for Head Start. Keep that in mind. And after everyone's allowed to go back to school, when that happens, they're still going to continue to offer both the virtual and, of course, the in-classroom Head Start. As always, the number 349-3488 if you have any questions. And again, that open house begins tomorrow at noon for South Magoffin Elementary, then Thursday for North and Sagersville Grade School. We certainly suggest parents and families, if you can, with a lot of information to be had there, certainly try to take those in if you can. I'll talk more about other school information coming from last night's special session of the Magoffin County Board of Education after a quick look at tonight's calendar, which has got a slew of birthdays, and I think these folks know each other. Yeah, I'll begin with Nathan Arnott celebrating the big 3-0 today. I'm sure that your bandmates from Turning Ground, all lot of fans, and certainly the fam, and we here will all want to chime in on that one. Happy 30th, happy big 3-0 to Nathan Arnott today. Sabrina Shepard celebrating her birthday today as well. happy birthday, Sabrina. Happy birthday, Sabrina Shepherd, from some of the same friends and family, but a host of others as well. And we're going to throw this one in there because, well, it's related to a day early. Shirley Coffee celebrating her birthday tomorrow. Happy early birthday, Shirley. Happy early birthday to you. Happy birthday to you all. And we've already covered this, so I'll kind of skip through it real quick. Just a reminder, the phone number is 349-3488 to get your child enrolled in Head Start virtual classes in McGoffin County starting on the 14th. And as I remind you every night, if you got a calendar announcement and you want it seen and heard, tell me. I will certainly pass it along and tell everyone else about it. Our calendar brought to you by McGoffin Farm Bureau. Our obituaries brought to you nightly by the McGoffin County Funeral Home. And I have the following tonight from the McGoffin County Funeral Home. They tell me that 62-year-old Bonnie Lou Salyer of Salyersville passed away on today's date at the Mountain Manor Nursing Facility in Paintsville. Arrangements, I am told, are still incomplete at this hour, but will be announced soon by the McGoffin County Funeral Home. Again, that's 62-year-old Bonnie Lou Salyer of Salyersville. Come to Parkway Pharmacy in Salyersville and get your prescriptions filled, your over-the-counter medications, and immune system boosters, all from the safety and comfort of your own vehicle, either in their drive-thru or with their new curbside service. You can also call ahead or just download the MyGNP app, that's Good Neighbor Pharmacy, and refill and manage your prescriptions right from your device, helping you and yours stay healthy and safe. Parkway Pharmacy in Salyersville, 349-4400. Oh, it's what a lot of you have been waiting for. They're back, but only for a limited time. Loaded potato wedges at your Salyersville Lee's famous recipe. That's right, our famous hand-cut homemade potato wedges smothered in cheddar cheese, real crispy bacon, topped with either sour cream or ranch, your choice. And they're still only $2.49 with tax. Get them while you can at your Salyersville Lee's. Summer heat and no AC make for a miserable drive. But don't sweat it. Call Black Smoke Performance in Salyersville for inspection, diagnostics, and repair by qualified technicians with the latest technology and equipment. Don't suffer in the summer heat. Get your air conditioning fixed today at Black Smoke Performance. So I was to have Superintendent of Schools Scott Helton with us today. He got tied up in a meeting this afternoon. I'll have some more from him tomorrow, a few specifics on last night's meeting of the McGoffin County Board of Education. However, I do have some information to share with you on that front tonight. Also, as we continue to look ahead at the McGoffin County High School, which will be, as all schools are going to be, operating virtually here in McGoffin County next week. We'll talk more about how classes are going to operate later on in the week. Teachers using Google Classroom and Microsoft Teams, lessons being recorded and archived for students to view if they're not able to watch them during the times listed on each school's respective schedule. And we'll be getting as much of that information out to you as possible, as the school is also doing on their website and through other means. But last night it was at the McGoffin County Board of Education special session. The video you see here actually of their regular meeting a few days ago, that they discussed sports, and they did go on to approve the sports schedule that was in place already for McGoffin County schools, and has been, of course, the topic of conversation of the Kentucky High School Athletic Association and the Kentucky Department of Education now 4 days. Just a few of the things I can tell you that in regards to sports. Football, for example, fall sports, tickets will be pre-sold. They're going to limit them to a total number of 300 on the home side. That's 20% capacity. Players, cheerleaders, coaches, dancers will have the first option and have a limit of 4 per person to buy per game. Everyone in attendance must wear a mask. Contact tracing will be in effect, tied to the tickets, so they will know essentially who is at the ball game, who they might need to contact should a positive case develop related to one of the games. You'll have to undergo a temperature check upon entering the school, and the first home football game is still set for next Friday night. It is a home game, 7:30 kickoff for Magoffin County, the Hornets, and Betsy Lane. Perhaps one of the most highly anticipated football games in the history of Magoffin County sports. Nevertheless, it is among the first 4 games, which are all home games for Magoffin County. We'll talk more about that. We'll have more with some school officials and others here in the coming days and let you know exactly how things are going to try to operate with as much normalcy as possible for this fall schedule and season. I also wanted to make a note that the U.S. Department of Agriculture is extending its free school meal program. That has been extended until at least the end of the year. Expanding that program and approving that in this manner allows for free meals to be provided at any time during the day, whether kids are on site or learning virtually. And they believe that they are serving about 30 million of our kids lunches each and every day throughout the pandemic. And that is significant. With that said, no significant but some changes to your Lincoln Valley RACC forecast as the cold front cometh and gives us more of a fall feel for a few days. Not so much tomorrow, but let's get through tonight's outlook first. We're going to see continued mostly cloudy skies out there tonight. We do have a 71-degree low for this evening and about a 30% chance of showers and thunderstorms rounding out your Tuesday. Your Wednesday looks to be another day spent in the mid-80s with, you can call it a chance of showers and thunderstorms if you want, but this is as this cold front approaches, we've got an 80% chance of precipitation and possibly some thunderstorms after 2 or so in the afternoon. A tenth to a quarter of an inch on average during the day tomorrow, except any higher amounts in or under a possible thunderstorm. Maybe another tenth to a quarter of an inch tomorrow night. Same goes, unless we still see some lingering thunderstorms associated with this front's passage. 85 for your high tomorrow, 70 for your low tomorrow night. Southwesterly winds, noticeable anywhere from 6 to 16 miles per hour at times. Thursday, very similar. Still close to the mid-80s, still right around 70 for your high, for your low. Winds still out of the southwest, 9 to maybe 20 miles per hour, a little stronger of a breeze on your Thursday. And shower chances again, pretty much the same at 70%. Rainfall estimates also, anywhere between a quarter to maybe on the higher side of a half an inch on Thursday. So Thursday looks to be the wetter day, a little more rain, a little more wind, and the last day of close to the mid-80s for at least a couple. That cold front's going to take a while to get through here, as you can see with Wednesday's and Thursday's forecast. But by Friday, it's going to be gone, maybe by midday at the latest, leaving us with partly sunny skies. And you'll notice the high down to 80 degrees, only about a 30% chance of some showers lingering up until about 3 or 4 in the afternoon. Otherwise, a pretty decent day, I think, Friday. Definitely clearing up by Friday evening, and there is your weekend. We'll dip down to the 70s and 50s for your high and low Saturday. Sunny, mostly clear, calm, really beautiful, and an early fall evening. 78 for your daytime high. We won't stay in the 70s here in eastern Kentucky all that long, I don't think. 82 by Sunday with mostly sunny skies. Still the 60s for nighttime lows instead of the 70s. Labor Day, 80 degrees, partly sunny. I have to work in a 30% chance of showers, sadly. And Tuesday, when it's going to be back to work for most everyone, we're still hovering around 80, mostly sunny and a 40% chance. That's it for the first day of September. Hope to see you back here for the second. Good night for now, and thanks for watching.